On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Withdraw.
To remove or take back something, to stop participating in something.
Examples:
Withdraw from public life. Withdraw $500 from my account. The company decided to withdraw its proposal due to public opposition.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Confederate.
A person who is allied or associated with another person or group, especially in a political or military context, a supporter of the Confederate States of America.
Examples:
Confederate soldier. Confederate government. The two countries are confederates and have a strong alliance.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Nationwide.
Extending throughout an entire nation.
Examples:
Nationwide strike. Nationwide network. This is a nationwide campaign to recruit women into trade unions.
Abolition.
The act of formally ending a system, practice, or institution, especially one that is considered unjust or harmful.
Examples:
Complete abolition. Total abolition of a law. The abolition of slavery was a major milestone in the history of the United States.
Slavery.
The practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
Slavery labor. Institution of slavery. The abolition of slavery in the United States was a major achievement in the fight for human rights.
Thorough.
Done completely, significantly careful and accurate.
Examples:
Thorough investigation. Provide thorough analysis. A thorough brushing helps to keep your mouth fresh.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Cite:
To refer to something such as a passage, book, etc. as evidence for a theory or as a reason why something has happened.
Examples:
Cite various authorities. Cite a fact as evidence. The devil can cite scripture for his purpose.
Hostility:
Aggressive or unfriendly feelings or behavior.
Examples:
An act of hostility. Bitter hostility. Her unconcealed hostility made us unpleasant.
Slave:
A person who is either legally or illegally owned by someone, a person entirely dominated by some influence or a person.
Examples:
A slave of drink. A slave trader. You should work hard but not be a slave to it.
Vice:
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed, as a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
President:
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Confederacy:
A union of states or organizations formed for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Urban Confederacy. The rebelling Confederacy. The Confederacy of States was formed to stand against the federal government's power.
Proclaim:
To announce or state something publicly and forcefully.
Examples:
Proclaim victory. Proclaim law. The leader proclaimed a state of emergency in the country.
Cornerstone:
A fundamental or essential element or component of something, a basis or foundation upon which something is built or developed.
Examples:
Cornerstone of democracy. Lay the cornerstone. Effective communication is often considered the cornerstone of a successful team.
Government:
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Supremacy:
The state, condition, or position of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status.
Examples:
A race for supremacy. Supremacy of a country. The empire's military power ensured its supremacy over the neighboring states.
Subordinate.
Of lower rank or importance, often used to describe a person in a position of inferiority or inferior status, serving as a secondary or supporting element to something else.
Examples:
Subordinate position. Subordinate role. The CEO's subordinate employees were expected to follow his instructions without question.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Rupture.
A break or tear in something, especially a bodily tissue or a physical object.
Examples:
A rupture between friends. The rupture of a blood vessel. A fault line rupture can cause significant damage and destruction to surrounding areas.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Infamous.
Having a reputation for being very bad or wicked.
Examples:
An infamous crime. Acquire an infamous reputation. The infamous criminal was finally brought to justice.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Toll.
Money that you have to pay to use a particular road, bridge, etc. Verb, to ring slowly.
Examples:
A toll road. Toll a bell at his death. There is no toll car park nearby.
Defeat.
To win against somebody in a fight, war, or attempt.
Examples:
Defeat a global power. Defeat body odor. Despite his best efforts, he was unable to defeat the enemy.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Prominent.
Important, well-known, or noticeable.
Examples:
Prominent figure. Play a prominent role. The media frequently interviewed prominent scientists.
Abolitionist.
A person who advocates for the abolition, the act of doing away with something, of slavery or some other practice considered unjust.
Examples:
Slavery abolitionist. Women's rights abolitionist. Harriet Tubman was a well-known abolitionist who fought for the freedom of enslaved people.
Enslave.
To make someone a slave, to deprive someone of their freedom of choice or action.
Examples:
Enslave poor peasants. Enslave indigenous people. Her beauty enslaved me completely.
Caution.
Great care and attention that you take to avoid danger or mistakes, a warning against certain acts.
Examples:
Extreme caution. Act with caution. He gave a stern caution to the naughty student.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Secession.
The act of withdrawing or breaking away from a larger organization or group, particularly a political body or a larger country or state, the process of becoming separate or independent.
Examples:
Secession movement. Peaceful secession. The Southern states' secession during the Civil War sparked a long and bloody conflict.
Revisionism.
The reinterpretation or revision of an ideology, historical account, or doctrine, often to challenge or undermine established beliefs or ideas.
Examples:
Revisionism theory. Historical revisionism. Some historians accuse revisionism of altering the accepted historical record to fit a particular agenda.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Poll.
An inquiry into public opinion conducted by interviewing a random sample of people, the process of voting at an election.
Examples:
A pre-election poll. Public opinion polls. Several polls show a decline in the president's approval rating.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Constitution.
The set of fundamental principles or established precedents that a state, a country, or an organization is governed by, the act of forming or establishing something.
Examples:
The national constitution. The national constitution. When the Constitution is amended, it often creates a great deal of controversy throughout the country.
Govern.
To legally control and direct a country, city, group of people, etc., and be responsible for introducing new laws, organizing and maintaining public services.
Examples:
A nation's right to govern. Govern a public enterprise. The regulations governing medical malpractice claims are rigorous.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Explicit.
Stated clearly and in detail, leaving no room for confusion or doubt.
Examples:
Explicit content. Explicit instructions. The movie had an explicit sex scene that some viewers might find offensive.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples:
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Patriotic.
Having or showing love for one's country and a desire for its success and welfare.
Examples:
Patriotic duty. Patriotic fervor. He was wearing a patriotic t-shirt with the American flag on it.
Devastate.
To wreck a place or an area or cause significant damage.
Examples:
Devastate an area. Devastate the economy. Earthquakes can also trigger tsunamis, which devastate coastal areas.
Grasping.
Eager in acquiring or wanting to acquire more wealth, property, or power than is necessary.
Examples:
Grasping landlord. Grasping disposition. He was criticized for his grasping attitude, always looking for ways to make more money.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Transmit.
To send or forward an electronic signal, to pass something from one person or thing to another.
Examples:
Transmit the disease. Transmit information. Parents often transmit their characteristics to their children.
Monument.
A statue, building, or other structure erected to commemorate a person or event.
Examples:
Humanities monument. Monument honoring. The stone monument was built to commemorate the war heroes.
Unveil.
To reveal or make something publicly known, especially for the first time.
Examples:
Unveil a monument. Unveil a comprehensive plan. The company plans to unveil its new product at the trade show next week.
Ceremony.
A formal event or ritual, often religious or solemn.
Examples:
Ceremony hall. Ceremony location. The wedding ceremony was a beautiful and emotional event.
Placement.
The act or process of putting something in a particular position or location, a temporary position or job in an organization.
Examples:
Placement test. Placement agency. The placement of the advertisement on the billboard was strategic in attracting a large audience.
Courthouse.
A building where courts of law are held, where administrative offices for legal proceedings are located.
Examples:
Courthouse security, municipal courthouse. The verdict was announced at the courthouse after a long trial.
Lawn.
A stretch of ground covered with grass, typically attached to a house, and often used for recreation or aesthetics.
Examples:
Lawn mower, lush lawn. The family enjoyed a picnic on the lawn in the park.
Portrait.
A painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
A portrait painter. Portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples:
Horror movie. Horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.
Racist.
Characterized by or showing discrimination or prejudice against people of other races. Noun, a person with a prejudiced belief that one racial group is superior to others.
Examples:
Far-right racist. Racist attitudes. The racist comments made by the politician caused widespread condemnation.
Ideology.
A set of beliefs or philosophies that an economic or political system is based on.
Examples:
The ideology of the left. Political ideology. Racial equality is an integral part of democratic ideology.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Memorial.
A structure or monument to commemorate a person or event.
Examples:
Memorial address. Memorial park. The war memorial stands as a reminder of the sacrifices made by our ancestors.
Cemetery.
A burial ground or graveyard, a place where dead bodies are buried.
Examples:
Cemetery plot. Historic cemetery. We visited the cemetery to pay our respects to our deceased loved ones.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Noble.
Having or showing excellent personal qualities or high moral principles that people admire.
Examples:
A noble family. Noble gas. He is a noble-minded man.
Heritage.
The culture and traditions that are passed down from previous generations.
Examples:
Heritage site. Historical heritage. The heritage of the city is reflected in its architecture.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Persist.
To continue to do and refuse to stop something despite difficulties or opposition, even if it appears unreasonable.
Examples:
Persist over time. Persist in success. Consult your doctor if the symptoms persist.
Aftermath.
The consequences or results of a significant event, particularly a disaster or conflict, a period of time following a significant event.
Examples:
Financial aftermath. The aftermath of a crisis. The aftermath of the hurricane left the city in shambles.
Contemporary.
Belonging to the same or present time.
Examples:
Field of contemporary art. Contemporary leaders. Contemporary music has gained different followers from existing music.
Erase.
To remove something completely, especially by rubbing it.
Examples:
Erase a memory. Erased the files. He attempted to erase the misspelled word.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Valid.
Having a reasonable basis in logic or fact, still legally or officially acceptable.
Examples:
A valid contract. A ticket valid for 2 days. Your credit card is no longer valid.
Patriotism.
Love and loyalty to one's country.
Examples:
The spirit of patriotism. Fanatic patriotism. His actions were a testament to his deep love and patriotism for his country.
Merit.
The quality of being particularly good or worthy, especially to deserve praise or reward.
Examples:
Merit-based. The order of merit. She was promoted based on her merits as a hardworking and dedicated employee.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Admiration.
The feeling or attitude of respect and approval for someone or something.
Examples:
Ungrudging admiration. Admiration by other people. The artist received admiration for their work from critics and fans alike.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Liberty.
The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
Examples:
Personal liberty. Liberty as a right. The founding fathers fought for the liberty of the American people.
Sacred.
Connected with religion or religious purposes, worthy of respect or dedication because of a connection with a god.
Examples:
Sacred music. The halo of a sacred image. This space is a private office sacred to the president.